Listen, before we get into the news, before we hit the news, like Walter White is back. Not necessarily Breaking Bad being back, but Walter White, Bryan Cranston is back as Walter White. And it's amazing. If you followed this channel for any amount of time, I've talked about bringing stuff like this back for ages. Ages. And finally it's happening. Somebody's watching my channel. Somebody's listening to me. God bless them, because this is amazing. This is amazing for society in general, what's going on with Walter White. And then Trump worked. If you see any article that says Trump worked, Breaking Bad is not back, technically, but Walter White is. I'll tell you in a second, Koo. What's up? Good to see you. If you see any articles that say Trump worked at McDonald's, he didn't. The McDonald's was closed, and he handed out one thing of fries at a closed McDonald's. He didn't work. He did a photo op at McDonald's. Talk about that. And then Elon Musk running an illegal lottery. I don't know if you've seen this, but he's offering people who register to vote or sign a petition or something. You have to be like a voter in Pennsylvania, from what I've gathered. He's giving away $1 million from now until November 2nd every day. You're stuck at work? Oh man, brutal. Brutal, I hate that. But Elon Musk, if you're in Pennsylvania, he wants you to sign a petition and chance to win $1 million. I don't know if he'll be giving away $1 million every day until November 2nd. I'd like to see that happen. But this is what he's saying, and there are people smarter than I saying, bro, you're running an illegal lottery. Very illegal, highly illegal. So we're going to talk about that. And just so you know how much money, I think Elon Musk has like $200 billion. Just so you know, he could give away $1 million a day for, I think it's like 600 years. like he could do this a day and still not go broke. Taking test. Ooh. How can he do that? Well, because he's a billionaire. That's how he's doing it. Because let's face it, he's running. This is what Mr. Beast is like getting in trouble for, running a lottery. You can't. Listen, the state has the monopoly on the lottery. If you play the lottery, it better be through the state, or it better be through some official gambling casino app that now every state has. But Elon Musk is essentially, what I looked at it as, what it felt like to me was bribery. He's on Twitter, he's like offering people to register people to vote, offering money to register people to vote. He's now offering $1 million a day to quote unquote sign a petition but the thing that makes it a lottery is like, I can't enter into this. You have to be a Pennsylvania registered voter, which makes that a lottery. There's specific rules to running a lottery, and I had to be very aware of them when I worked in radio, because contests could not be lotteries. That was highly illegal. A lot of trouble. So I don't know how Elon gets away with it. I would just say he's rich and he doesn't care. What are they going to do? You know, you could just go to Mars, please go Mars, go to Mars. But before I get into all the news, before I talk about how Walter White is back, and he's doing something that I've been imploring celebrities and people, the powers that be, to do forever. I'll just tell you, I hate teasing. I hate doing teases. This is why I'm not that great at my channel, but he's doing a PSA. Walter White, Bryan Cranston, is doing a public service announcement. That's what PSA stands for, in New Mexico. That's all I'm going to give you right now, because I want to talk about something that just happened. So I'm leaving. Who's Walter White? From Breaking Bad. Walter White is the main protagonist from Breaking Bad. He was the chemistry teacher who went in this show, Breaking Bad, which takes place in New Mexico. He was a chemistry teacher, got a severe cancer diagnosis, didn't have the money, and started cooking meth with a former student. I'm not going to give away any spoilers. I know the show's been over for a while, but it's one of the greatest shows out there. I highly recommend you watching it. Bryan Cranston even said Walter White keeps coming back into his life. Yeah, he said that in one of the articles I was reading too. But I think he loves it. And the character is very endearing, very real, and just one of those iconic characters. So Walter White is back. But before I talk more about what he's doing, let me tell you, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm Rob. I go live every single weekday. And I always link everything we talk about, if I'm planning on it, down below. So I did link the Walter White stuff, and I linked the Walter White video if you want to watch it, but don't leave the live stream. Go and watch it after, okay? So please hit subscribe and the notification bell. I do news commentary. I've dubbed it newsmentary. We're trying to crack 7 million subscribers. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's a long uphill battle, but I tell you what, every day somebody new subscribes, and thank you very much. You make my day. That 1, 2, 3 new people that subscribe, thank you so much. So when I'm leaving work today, I just want to give you a little personal story. I'm leaving work. I'm trying to get to my car, and I can't because this Honda Santa Fe, I haven't seen a Santa Fe in forever. This dude has the back of his trunk open, and he's pulling out a huge, like 30-foot tarp. I'm not kidding. The thing was ginormous, and this guy was like 6 foot something too, right? And join the Discord. That's right. We got a Discord link down below. This dude's pulling a tarp out of the back of his truck with all this yard waste, all these leaves, all these tree trimmings, everything. And he's dumping it at the back of my work, like just in this little in between 2 parking lots area of ground. You can't even call it like forest because there's like 1 tree and there's just dirt. You know what I mean? And this guy's literally dumping a huge pile of leaves. And I can't even get to my car because he's got my car blocked in because he was trying to sneak in there, dump this stuff. And mind you, where I work is one of the wealthier towns. I've seen, listen, I'll say this. People are beasts. They're just beasts, really. Like, if not called out, if not policed, character is what you do when no one is looking. And I've seen some lack of character, to keep it PG. I've seen some lack of character. I could go off, but, you know, I'm just going to hold my tongue. I've seen quite the lack of character. Today, this dude comes in, takes a drink that's not even his, leaves, comes back, goes, "Is this my drink?" And he's holding another one, puts it down, and then goes, "Oh, this is my drink," and takes his drink. And he's walking out, and it looks like he had taken a sip of somebody else's drink and just put it back. And I go, "Excuse me, did you drink from this?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I did," and left. And I thought, what a fucking animal. Like, if you ordered a mobile order, that dude would have just drank your drink and left and never told you. Thank God I caught him. This is what I mean. Like, the lack of character, the beast in people. Because if I did that on accident, I'd be like, listen, horrible. And I see it all the time. People are like, "I'm so sorry. I took a sip. I was in a rush." This dude said nothing. Thank God I asked him before he left. I went and dumped it out, made the unsuspecting person a new drink. And then I'm leaving, and some dude's dumping all his yard waste. Mind you, again, this is one of the wealthiest towns in Massachusetts I work in. These motherfuckers can afford it. And they're just acting like characterless beasts. Swine, as Hunter S. Thompson would say. Oh, man. What do I mean, Breaking Bad is back? I watched it 3 times. It's such a good show, right? Hey, what's up, Heavenly Star Halam? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, Creamy, that's a new cereal. I'm telling you, man. I couldn't believe, because I looked and the drink, it just looked like some drink was out. And I was like, I gotta ask this dude, because I could not, in my good of consciousness, allow this dude to take a sip, not say anything, and leave, and let somebody else come in unsuspectingly and take it. And this motherfucker was like, "Yep, I did," and just left. Like, he wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like, you foul, filthy swine. I couldn't believe, made me so mad. And I, like, normally I don't, you know, like the dude who's dumping all the brush onto a store's backyard. Like, bro, just wait. I know, like, they only do yard waste like once or twice a month, but like, or pay for it. You live in the wealthiest town. Like, what are you doing dumping it? Or go to like a forest. You know, I couldn't even believe that this dude was behind my work dumping yard waste. I was like, go to a forest and put it back into the forest. These people. Remember that, folks. Remember that. Okay? Character is what you do when you think no one is looking. That's what your character is. When nobody's around, however you behave, that's what your character is. Remember that. I was lucky. I had someone teach me that at a young age, even though I didn't have parents. I lost both my parents at a young age, but I had some good people to put me in check like that. My gamer name on Call of Duty is Heisenberg. Oh, get the out of here. That's a great name. How did you get that, Wonder? Well, then, Rob, my character is super effed up. Oh, Jesus. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me. All right. Anyway, so hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I just had to share that because I was like, should I have said something to the dude dumping all the yard waste? What do you think? I didn't. I was just standing there staring at him. And then when he left, I turned and just fully watched that dude pull out and leave. Hoping in his head, he was like, "Oh shit, is that dude taking my plates?" But I just, like, I couldn't get over, you know, like, I personally just don't care because it's yard waste. If it was trash, That's one. Oh, and this is a good segue. We're gonna get into littering. That's one thing that I will stop the fucking car and yell at you. I'll scold you like you are my child if I see you littering. I cannot stand people that litter. We were in 2024. In the 90s, we littered. Okay, we didn't know any better. We were dumb. 2024, you better fucking know better not to litter. And if I see that shit, I will stop the car. I will put you over my knee and get the fucking belt out. God damn, litter bugs. And that's why forever I've said, you know, when I was growing up, we had Hootie the Owl, give a hoot, don't pollute. We had Smokey the Bear, only you can start a forest fire, or whatever the fuck he said, who knows. What's up, G-Ma? How are you? Good to see you in here. All I'm saying is you leave $1 million in front of me and I won't touch a cent, but chicken nuggets, another story. G-Ma, if you're just getting in, I said character is what you do when no one's looking. Listen, you leave $1 million in front of me, and I'm gonna start questioning if you should have had that $1 million. Chicken nuggets, I wouldn't touch it. The $1 million, I would question whose responsibility. Chicken nuggets, that's so funny, Creamy, because I'm the complete opposite. The $1 million, I'd say you are not responsible enough. But the chicken nuggets, only because I got a thing with food. I mean, I have a wife and kids, but they know, like, don't touch my food. You want food? Order your own. I don't like to share. And if I do, I'm gonna give it to you. I'll put it on a different plate. I'm like a wild animal with my food. You know, let me have my plate. Don't touch. When you see my back start to arch like a fucking Halloween cat, you know that's my plate. So I wouldn't touch the chicken nuggets. I just wouldn't ever, I don't know. Where are the chicken nuggets from? All right, we're getting into way more philosophy. The duality of man. Creamy, I hope you hit subscribe and the notification bell. You are a gem today. You are on fire. You are on fire. So give a hoot, don't pollute. Hootie the Owl. You might not remember these. If some of you are young, you might not know Smokey the Bear. Hoodsy the Owl. Hootie the Owl, I think it was. And not the Hoodsy Pop Owl. I mean, he fucking looked like a Boy Scout. He was out in the woods. He was like, don't pollute, you motherfucker. I'll stop you if I catch you in my woods polluting. That should be, I would like to do that cartoon. Rehash all these old PSA mascots. But you leave $1 million with me, you're getting back. You get back just enough that, unless you're counting that, you ain't noticing. So listen, so all these PSAs, all these mascots, right? Well, guess who is the new mascot for anti-littering? Walter White. That's right. That's how Breaking Bad and Walter White is back. He has made a PSA, a public service announcement for the state of New Mexico. It's amazing. I linked it. If you haven't seen the video, it's kind of hard to find when you like Google it or YouTube it, because there's all these news stories covering it. But I found the website, the New Mexico government website, where the PSA is on YouTube, and you can watch it there. After this, I see people dropping out. Don't go watch it right now. God damn it. But after this, go watch it, because it's Walter White rolling a barrel through the desert. It looks like a big barrel of like chemicals or something, right? And then he flips it up, and long story short, he says, you know, don't litter in my territory or something like that. Some, you know, keep it out of my territory catchphrase. Very Walter White-esque. And I thought, that's amazing, because you get a guy like, you get an iconic character like Walter White to say something like stop littering, and it will affect people. It really will. They'll think it's cool. Walter White can make not littering, not polluting cool. And I don't know why, like, as soon as I read this morning, it makes sense, Rob, because he makes the crackheads who collect the cans. He's trying to make the world agree. Littering has always been a pet peeve. Yeah, I can't say littering is one thing that drives me absolutely bananas. I mean, my kids at the neighborhood we used to live at, they would all ask for gloves and trash bags, and they would go walk the neighborhoods and clean up. They would do that on Saturdays. Oh, God, I love this younger generation. I love my kids so much. I love how kind and sweet they are, but I love that this next generation, like, because when I was that young, we were polluting. You know, we were dumb. We needed mascots like owls and bears to tell us not to start fires in the forest. We were just dumb kids. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have this knowledge at our fingertips. We had to like go to a library. So I'm so proud of these young kids. Like, they care. Oh God, it just makes me want to be a better person. So yes, G-Ma, pet peeve, anti-littering. or littering. And now Walter White is anti-littering. And if you know anything about this live stream, this news commentary show, I'm telling you, I've been saying this forever. I said we need to bring back public service announcement, anti-littering, the more you know, all that stuff that was just good for society. It just helped teach people. We need the Mr. Rogerses, the Rick Steveses, the Bill 9999999s. I don't really like Bill Nye, but Rick Steve, Roger, Mr. Rogers, we need those dudes. And we need people like Walter White's character, Bryan Cranston, to sign on and do these things. That should be a national agenda. I mean, really. If any presidential no. But if some politician was like, I'm bringing back PSAs, we're going to fund the public awareness of certain things. You saw it with the hand washing. SpongeBob was teaching how to hand wash for 20 seconds, sing happy birthday, all that stuff. But I mean, in everyday life in general, we need these things. These things are so vital. So vital. If anything, it's just a reminder, or it could just be an inspirational, like, wow, if Walter White doesn't want you littering, don't litter. And my mind started, good for you, Solus, with an 80. Oh, fire. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Creamy. Yes. Yes. Stuff like that, where it was just like good for society, good for humanity. But as soon as I watched this Walter White thing, I thought, oh my God, imagine Matt Damon rehashing the Good Will Hunting character, Will Hunting. And he comes on screen and he's like, I was writing these. I was like, can I get a deep fake? Does TikTok have a deep fake thing? I'll do a bunch of PSAs and record them as people. I don't give a shit. I want to make a Matt Damon comes back. He walks into a littered field in Massachusetts. He goes, I went to California to see about a girl and I come home to this litter everywhere. Well, I don't like them apples. You know what I mean? It's like, there's such fucking great stuff. These celebrities need to give back. Donate their time, do a PSA. You're wealthy enough. You've lived on the high hog long enough, you swine. Give back. Do this. I'll write them. Matt Damon, if you're listening, Marky Mark. We could do one with Marky Mark where he walks around Boston. He's like, this is all the trash everywhere? Come on. We got to clean it. Well, I mean, we could there's so many good ones. And I've just been thinking about Massachusetts. We wouldn't have Ben Affleck in any of them. I'm just going to make that clear. Ben, you're not welcome. He's really not. I'm not kidding. But think about celebrities from your hometown or your home state and how amazing this would be. Or iconic characters. You know, there's such potential here. That's what I would do. Give it 5 years and you probably make a convincing AI video. Creamy. Why? This is your brain on drugs. Remember G Good? Yes. Except I hated that one because that was so confused. That was like part of the Dare Just Say No campaign, which was such bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. But yes, along those lines, if they did like better ones, like don't be a herb. You know, herb is medicine, something like that. You know, don't be a, I don't know. We gotta pitch this. Any questions? Remember that at the end? And it was, those were like sterilizing moments on TV. Like that came on the first time you seen that when he cracked this is brain on drugs. Any questions? You were like, oh damn, that was like everybody's stepdad that drank too much and he was hungover the next day and he was yelling at you about doing drugs. You know what I mean? Like those had a vibe. And we could even get like Quentin Tarantino, where are you? We want to see a huge shootout and then be like, this is what happens if you litter. Or some crazy shit like that. I'm telling you, there's such potential. And I think Bryan Cranston is such a fucking hero in my book for doing this anti-littering PSA, public service announcement for the state of New Mexico. And they've said, they're like, it's working. And there's like a litterer. If you go, listen, don't be a Dave. G Good knows them all. I love it. We've had some weird ones in our time. I'll tell you that. But listen, even on this website, which after I'm done with the live stream, not right now, after I'm done, check out the website for New Mexico because you could report litter, which I was like, that's fucking. I'm not, for rats and stuff like that. But listen, if you're gonna report littering, I'm for it. I am for that. That is one thing that we should have. Every website, there should be an app, report a litterer and post them, put them on blast. So I was just so enthralled. I'm not going to stop talking about this. I wish we could put pressure on bigger celebrities to think of great iconic characters. We could do Leo DiCaprio. He could be Jack from Titanic, and we could put him on the ship, or not on the ship. We could put him on the door, and say, "Look at the world because of climate change. This is you in 40 years." I don't know. Again, I'm spitballing, but listen, no idea is a bad one. Have a good one, G Good. If you got to get out of here, hit subscribe and the notification bell. But it's just so amazing to see Bryan Cranston do that. And I highly encourage you to not only watch this, but share it with people. Because, listen, the people dumb enough to litter are going to be the people that might get influenced by Walter White. You know? Not saying being influenced by Walter White makes you dumb, though. This is one of those, like, conundrums theories. Not saying that, because I think it's awesome and inspiring. Good to see Walter White doing that. But I'm saying, like, you got to be a dummy to litter right now. You just got to be a dummy. And not like litter, like throw a banana peel out. I mean like plastic, hardcore plastic. What do you mean Rob Leonardo DiCaprio littered the whole Titanic ship in the ocean? Leonardo DiCaprio can't. He's got to go move to some third world nation where they don't have extradition because all his girlfriends are probably getting him in trouble. The duality of man. Finally clocked out. Good to hear that, Curtis. Salute to you. All right, so I talked about Elon Musk running. Listen, if you're in Pennsylvania, sign up for it because I want to see you win $1 million. He's running an illegal, what smarter people than I have said is an illegal lottery because he's offering to give people $1 million a day until the election just to sign something. So if you're in Pennsylvania, go get money from this dude. Hold him to it. And then hopefully this lands him in prison. Because as far as I know, you can't run an illegal lottery. Especially when it comes to like voting and stuff like that. Like that's highly illegal. It's just amazing that he's out in the open bribing people to register and vote for Trump. It's so crazy to me. That's so fucking nuts. And then Donald Trump. If you see any story that says Donald Trump worked at McDonald's, that's a lie. He didn't. That McDonald's was closed. The article down below. He was there for 15 minutes. He put one thing of fries into a fry container, which, by the way, he acknowledged that he thought they did it by hand, which, what kind of fucking dummy do you gotta be? And who would still go to McDonald's if they did it by hand? But if you see any article that says he worked, he didn't. He did a photo shoot. He did a photo shoot at McDonald's. And you know that dude was probably eating people out of people's meal. Gross. Well, listen, there's some more news, but that's what I linked down below. So, can't run one. No. But you could definitely benefit. Amen to that. And they're big right now. Get your ticket. Get your ticket. Okay, I got some stuff to do, but tomorrow I will be back live, and I'm trying to coordinate with Darlene. If you made it when she first came on the live stream, she's in France. She had some very fascinating take. I love rapping with her. Me and her could talk for hours. We're trying to get Darlene back on Wednesday, so make sure you hit subscribe. We're gonna have a Wednesday Connect from Boston of France, which is amazing. I love technology. I love that we can do this, and I want to talk to. If you have any questions too, leave them in the comments below or in the Discord. You can join the Discord and then leave the questions in the Discord. She'll see them. We'll talk about whatever. I want to talk about paranormal stuff in France. I'm so fascinated how culturally different the paranormal is treated from country to country. And I think Europe has a little more of a reverence and respect for the paranormal. Later, Curtis. I'm glad you listen. That's the other reason I'm wrapping up, because Curtis just got off work. You need some just relaxation, meditation time. Curtis, go take some deep breaths and just go chill. Do nothing. Clear your head and live in the moment. Salute to you for just getting off work. Shouldn't that be motivation that a billionaire used to be working at McDonald's? No, he didn't work there. But listen, please hit subscribe and the notification bell, and please be prepared. I'll be back tomorrow, but Wednesday is the day. If you got any questions, again, leave them in the comments. I'll try to look for everybody's questions on Discord, on here. Anything about the paranormal. I want to ask her about listen, no joke. What is Halloween like in France? Is it the same as in America? Does it start in June? Because in America, it starts fucking in June. I hate that. Today I was telling someone, I said, they're going to keep starting these holidays so late that eventually they're just going to start on time again. It's going to be circular. So yeah, I want to know about Halloween in France. Oh man, I got so many questions. Because America's got to be the only country in the world that celebrates Thanksgiving. What are other unique cultural things about each holiday? I want to know. I'm fascinated. I love learning this stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a Discord link in the description if you want to join the Discord. All right, guys. Thank you, Gma, Curtis, Solus, Wonder, G Hood. Whoops. Whoa. Creamy was on fire today. On fire. All right, guys. Much love, much respect. Peace.